In order to replace the rear running lights, you will need to remove the bumper. Removing the rear bumper can be done with the vehicle on the ground, but for ease of clarity, we recommend lifting the vehicle. Begin by safely raising and supporting your vehicle, as well as removing the rear wheels. Please follow the link provided at the end of this video for additional assistance with that task if needed. For the rear wheel, there is a total of 10 T25 Torx screws and 2 10mm nuts holding the wheel well liner in place. Start with the screws closest to the suspension and begin by removing the visible T25 Torx screws, red arrow, one shown, then the screws along the edge of the rim, green arrows. Do all of these following steps on both sides of the vehicle. While some people just remove enough of the rear wheel well liner holding the lower bumper cover, if you're doing this for the first time, remove the liner entirely. On both sides, remove the one T25 screw holding the bumper to the bottom of the wheel well liner. Disconnect both wheel well trims by pulling and releasing the clips along the edge of the wheel well, red arrows. On both sides, remove the 3 T25 screws holding the bumper to the underside of the wheel well trims, red arrows. You will need to remove your rear taillights in order to remove the bumper. These next steps will show you how to do it. Start by opening the rear hatch. Use a trim removal tool to disconnect the plastic cover on the inside of the taillight, blue arrow. Remove the 2 T30 Torx screws holding the rear taillight to the body of the vehicle, blue arrows. Use a flathead screwdriver to release the rear taillight electrical connection by inserting it into the release tab and gently rotating, blue arrow. Take the now disconnected rear taillight and safely set it aside. On both sides, remove the 1 T25 Torx screw holding the bumper to the side of the taillights, red arrow. On both sides, remove the 1 T30 screw holding the bumper to the rubber hatch stop. Remove the 4 T30 screws holding the underside of the bumper. Lift up the tabs that hold the bumper cover to the inside of the rear taillight housing, indicated by red arrows. Make sure all the tabs clear over where they hold onto. You will need to disconnect 2 electrical connections within the bumper before you can fully remove it, red arrows. Pull slightly down at the corners of the bumper and pull it off enough to where you can access the electrical cable without straining them. Once you access them, press down on the release tabs for both electrical connections. You can now pull the bumper off and away from the body. Make sure you set the bumper down on a soft padded area to avoid scratches. To remove the running light from within the bumper, start by pressing down on the release tab to disconnect the electrical connection, red arrow. Remove the 2 T25 screws holding the brake light to the bumper. Squeeze together the 2 tabs holding the brake light to the bumper, indicated by red arrows. The running light can now be removed from the bumper. Installation is the reverse of removal. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out another video in this series.